Holy macaroni.
Hey!
Dan in 3D. How about that?
Oh, holy shit, am I dizzy? I timed
Wow,
it right.
the show.
I spun 3 times.
You spun 3 times.
I only want to spin once.
That's it. You probably shouldn't. You shouldn't be spinning. Hey everybody! It's Monday nights at 8 o'clock, the regular time.
And it's 8 o'clock for me.
That's crazy. That's
I'm on the East
crazy.
Coast time.
Now you get to feel how late this really is.
I know. What are you guys thinking?
I don't know. I'm ready for bed.
Me too.
This is a onesie I'm wearing here.
I'm wearing nothing.
wearing a onesie.
I got in my hotel last night at 2 a.m. and I had to be at a meeting at 10 a.m.
I'm so confused. So it's what time there?
8 o'clock.
Oh, that's good. All right.
So I got here at 2 a.m. So I'm very tired.
I understand that.
That's all
but not too tired.
Never too
tired.
Fun
evening of film discussion with friends and family and people you don't know on the internet because they're like family too. And so we're going to talk about movies, and we're going to talk about 2. We're entrenched. Do you feel entrenched? Are you entrenched?
I do.
Dan? I'm entrenched.
I'm confused by this.
What now?
Did you do that, or did I type that?
I did not do that. That would be you. Jingle all the way and jingle all the way.
I don't remember
nothing to do with that.
I have no recollection of ever typing that.
That must have been last week in a drunken stupor, which is bound to happen. So, but nonetheless, we're not going to talk about Jingle All the Way twice. We're going to talk about Jingle All the Way and Miracle on 34th Street. So this is...
I just got the notification. We're live on YouTube.
Oh, look at that. And in there, it points out...
Oh, look at that.
And look at the puppy.
There's Ruby.
Oh, the
love. It's 8:03. Oh my God, it's 8:03. Let's bring some people in.
We should bring some people in and start talking about these movies because we've got a lot to discuss and we've got surprises galore.
Oh, so many things.
You ready for some galore? Let's do it. Wow, look at that. Stacy and Wade and no Adam. It is not going to take me all night to acknowledge your comments just because Dan's on vacation.
I can do that too.
I know you could. I know Dan is at least with a computer tonight.
Yes.
But not dual monitors, right? You're single monitor.
I'm on my work computer. They're probably watching at work now.
Oh, very nice. You know, extra viewers. We need as many as we can get.
The Hyatt has amazing Wi-Fi.
Oh,
cool.
Speaking of amazing Wi-Fi, this just in. It's Dave.
Wow, I get a voiceover now.
That was really cool. That was a good one.
That was like
threw that in.
That was pretty good.
No, I was getting Ted Baxter.
Oh yeah.
Ving Rhames doing an Arby's commercial.
You want to have change for 50?
That's beautifully.
Dave, he has the meats.
Oh, wow. Speaking of the meats.
Wiggy, wiggy! Wiggy, wiggy! Oh, yeah.
Cody.
Oh, I forgot.
No, you got to bring him in.
You guys introduce me and then you don't even bring me in?
Shoddy directing, Dan.
I was too busy wiki-wikiing.
He was. He was. And it was fabulous wiki-wikiing.
Yes.
It was the best wiki I ever heard.
I know. Speaking, I have nothing.
One ring to the moon. One ring.
It's Brittany.
Brittany.
Hit me, baby, one more. No, I'm sorry. What's up, Brittany?
Not much.
Hey.
Adam says for what you're paying at the Wyatt, better have good Wi-Fi.
Oh,
is Dan paying or is somebody else paying?
I'm not paying for this, but it's also, it's not that.
We still didn't have a good Wi-Fi at the Wyatt.
Oh, Hyatt. He meant Hyatt. Okay.
I see.
Why is like Wyatt
town? I only traveled to Atlanta during elections. I was here a month ago.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's the runoff.
Tomorrow's the runoff.
Oh, wow.
So you're going to run off tomorrow?
Maybe I'm illegally voting. I'm not.
Oh, maybe again.
I did happen to be here twice.
Again?
Jeez, calm down.
Vote early, vote often.
That's what they,
Anybody else coming? Oh, that's it. We got everybody in.
we got. Unless somebody else is thinking about joining, you can of course jump in
You
anytime.
just go to EriDan Live.
You are welcome
We're
to the conversation.
missing Brian. We're missing Rebecca. We're missing everyone.
Well, we know we're not getting Brian tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think since Cody was the first movie to be selected, we're going to start with Cody's movie.
Technically, I wasn't the first movie to be selected.
No, you're the first person. It just took you forever to
That's fair.
decide.
Well, we do have someone else coming in.
You were
Eric.
trying to pick non-Christmas movies.
That's right. Exactly. All right. So before we jump in, let's welcome him in.
Have anything that has Lego. I had nothing to add to that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Nice voiceover.
You're going to have to work on that one.
I try to give everybody a voiceover.
Yes.
Appreciate
Hello, Amanda.
Hello.
You got a new angle tonight. I like this.
I do. I'm doing
You're
Christmas
picking up.
decorating. So the table that I was sitting at before he's disassembled, and
That's all
the
right.
living room is just Christmas boxes.
We appreciate the variety. I've considered moving,
Yeah,
but
there we go. There's a tree over there if I rotate a little more.
very nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Cody. We're going into this. Are you ready?
Oh,
Let's do it. Jingle all the way. 1996. Two dads, one toy, no prisoners.
And you
Arnold
can see from their
Schwarzenegger,
faces that these are very
sitting
subtle
down.
actors.
Yeah.
$75 million, but a worldwide gross of $130 million. The critics at Rotten Tomatoes giving us a 19 at Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience with a 39. So Cody,
I don't understand why this movie did so bad.
why did you
Oh,
take
I
up
think most of us know.
I don't get it.
What a waste of Harvey Korman.
Yeah, really.
Right.
And Phil Hartman.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
say
Hartman.
that.
Oh, that
Yeah.
broke my Hartman. Watching him in this movie.
I had to point
Cody,
out it's
Cody, why
pre-stroke
did you
syndrome.
why did you choose Jingle All the Way? And do you
Because
regret your choice?
Because it's a phenomenal Christmas movie and it's all about Christmas spirit. You know, it's all about the Christmas spirit that I remember working in retail my entire life.
Oh, there it is. The spirit of commercialism.
Put your mother on the phone.
Get that
Yeah.
Black Friday energy.
Yeah,
A lot
it
of
very
Black Friday
much
energy.
was like nostalgia to like hearing my mom come back and tell all the Black Friday horror stories of all the people she saw getting trampled.
Yeah.
It is interesting to think, like, you know, my wife kept commenting, like, we don't see that anymore. That's
Yeah,
not.
when you evolved. Huh?
No, we're in a depression. We just wait till everyone has money again.
No, everybody shops online now. Nobody
That's
has
true.
to.
There's an
Black
aspect
Friday's
of
a
that
lot more
now.
chill.
Yeah, why would you put yourself through that anymore?
There are some stores that still have their better deals in store.
Mhm.
True.
But yeah, no, I chose this movie because it was very similar to a lot of the movies I choose. It was one that I grew up with. I remember watching this multiple times a year with my family. Me and Brittany would always watch it. It was a fun time. Oh, maybe it wasn't you.
multiple times.
Okay,
a
I
year.
watched it multiple times. Don't judge. Anyways,
Watched it once
You
a
watched
year.
it 8 times this week.
No, that was
I didn't have
Miracle on
time to
34th
watch it 8
Street.
times. But no, I think it's actually really funny. I think also me growing up the nerd that I was with like action figures and stuff. Don't mind my Avengers action figures behind me.
Appreciate that. That I appreciate.
Yeah. I still haven't finished my collection, but I'm taking a hiatus from that right now. But no, I don't know. It was funny. It was good. I think another thing for me is I grew up watching like the Power Rangers and all these action movies and all these superheroes, and seeing the guy become the action hero of like his son, like that was just a big moment for me. And like Brittany can attest to this a little.
When I saw the henchmen, I did think of the Power Rangers and thought of you, Cody.
Yes.
See? My
That-
I
point
think that
exactly.
every time I see them, I'm like, oh, it's the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
It's
But
also
like,
amazing that he couldn't recognize his dad because he had a
I know.
Yeah.
visor.
okay,
A
whoa,
clear
whoa, whoa.
visor
You
on
Subtle
it.
cannot-
accents.
You cannot judge this movie because of that, because no one recognizes Superman because he takes his glasses off.
We can also judge that.
No,
We can
no.
judge both.
Yes, because you always hear Australian thick accent.
Austrian, not Australian.
Austrian, sorry.
Hey,
What
mate.
I
I'm
said.
Turbo Man, mate.
We'll leave the light on for you.
That would be
Like,
funny.
We'll shrimp on the
Not
barbie.
acknowledging that.
Have a beer.
But it's one of my all-time favorite Christmas movies, which is why I chose it, and I love it. Thank you for asking.
I
Alright.
liked the final act of the movie. I liked the superhero bit. Like I liked once we got to the parade, I actually really liked the movie. And it
Oh
kind
no,
of
that's where it really fell apart for me.
no, the first 2/3 was just everyone punching each other and being idiots, and it was really annoying. And then
Oh,
it
they
got-
never stopped being idiots.
You didn't like the kid in the ball pit?
but then at the end, it got like very kind of like fun, insane, and
I
became
thought it
like
You didn't like the
action
post
hero.
office bomb.
Yeah, the-
Yeah. And apparently, postal workers just walk around with their mailbag on them 24/7.
yeah.
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
and throw
and
mail
Working.
Truck
so they
around
could run
It
faster.
was working.
You know, that's
This is where it became
He
amazing.
looks like he's in Mars Attacks with the
Yeah.
brain.
and the announcer was Jackie Childs from Seinfeld, the
Oh,
lawyer.
The other thing that didn't work for me was it would have been better if the character Arnold played had been played by a guy much less action oriented and buff, because he's supposed to it's supposed to be a transformation, and you're seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger for the entire movie. So when he's there punching the Santa in the belly and the guy's just standing there not moving, it's like, but this is Arnold, come on, this is the Terminator, this is. And then when he transforms into Turbo Man, it's not as much of a transformation as if put Phil
Right.
Hartman in that role.
Oh yeah. Here's my question: why was that family praying before their dinner while the parade was going on?
right?
The
That was
entire
my-
neighborhood's out in the streets.
Exactly.
well,
I said
maybe
that out
it was
loud.
supposed to be.
Because they're the only black family in town.
No, I saw others, but still, Adam has this perfectly right. It's a mindless movie. It is stupid. It's fun, and it's actually not. It's not horrible
There's
because
a
it is.
difference between
It
mindless
knows what
and
it
dumb.
is.
And this fell
But
on the wrong side of that fence for me.
Right, and the kid was the young Anakin Skywalker, which is
Yes.
funny when he's like, "I'm your father," which Anakin Skywalker would later use
Yeah.
in a different film.
That's where he got the line, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Phil Hartman was impressively creepy. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I love Phil Hartman, but boy was he creepy.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That grin he had the whole time.
Some
Oh,
weird
that
subplot
schmarmy-
to that. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. You.
Yeah.
And- I think Jim Belushi was about the best actor in the
Oh.
movie, which is saying a lot.
Right, and he was credited as James Belushi
Yes.
Yeah.
in the credits.
Well, we wanted to be taken more seriously in this role. It just oh man, was this movie predictable? Like just
Oh boy.
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah.
From the moment that you're watching the show and he catches the kid, it's like, well, you
Yeah.
know that's coming.
Yep.
So
I
wait
didn't
for
predict
it
him
to
being best friends with the reindeer, so
I
Well,
did
how about
appreciate at the
punching the
end though
reindeer?
that the kid gave Sinbad a toy. Like that was cool.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
thought that was sweet that he gave him the toy.
And his dad's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
I know all that work.
Well,
and,
he's not going to be out of prison for at least 20 years. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which one? Because really,
Sinbad, especially. I mean, the other guy might be in some trouble, but he gave a bomb to the police.
Well, yeah, the bomb to the police, kidnapping endangering.
Yeah, kidnapping too. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, at least the bomb was just like the smallest possible bomb.
was the
and just
worst possible-
mildly-
it was the biggest explosion, and then
mildly
the dude
singed
looked
the guy.
fine. He was just
Well,
covered in
that's
like
'cause he's
smoke,
Jim
and then
West,
his
you know, he
hands
can
are
survive
wrapped,
stuff
and he's
like
like,
Well,
The
I
cast
expected
was amazing.
what?
It's an amazing cast.
Yeah.
But every
I mean-
time Arnold would have one of his, like when he has Sinbad step on the RC car, or when he imagines his son turning into the postal worker, they do a close up of Arnold going, I mean, just mugging, and they pause on it for like half a second. The director was just
Yeah,
it
I don't blame Arnold for that. I blame the director.
It wasn't well written, well directed, or well acted.
Other than that,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Outside of that, it
The
was in
popcorn
color.
was good.
It was in color.
I mean,
Compared
let's
to
go.
some movies.
Let's look at who they had in this movie, though. So you had Sinbad, obviously, and Arnold, Jake Lloyd, like we mentioned, Phil Hartman,
Yeah.
Rita Wilson, Jim Belushi, Vern Troyer
Yep.
was the mini guy, Martin Mull, also known as Gene Parmesan,
That's the DJ. Yep.
as the Chris Parnell
Yep.
from
Was
SNL.
that Mr. Kraft,
He was a toy store sales guy.
the DJ guy? He's from
Uh,
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Danny
from a lot of
Warburton.
things.
Danny Woodburton was Tony the Elf. He played the guy on Seinfeld, Kramer's little friend. Lorraine
Yeah.
Newman, Harvey Korman, Richard
Yep.
Mall was Dementor
Yep.
from
Night Court.
Night Court.
Night Court.
No
Phil
way.
Morris, like I mentioned, also from Seinfeld. Curtis Armstrong, who was Booger in
Yep.
Animal House.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Animal
Yep.
House.
Oh, no, he wasn't in Animal House. I'm on the wrong movie.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds, you're right.
Yes.
One of us got it right. Somebody got it wrong.
Yeah.
That was just a who's who of who's that.
And
Robert
Robert Conrad.
Yeah.
Robert Conrad, of course.
I know him.
Oh,
Yeah,
was that a Buddy the Elf reference?
I know.
I know him. I know him.
No, I actually talked to
How many
Robert
other
Conrad
Christmas
on the
movies
phone.
have someone getting tasered in the butt?
Good, Reagan.
Very true.
I know. It was funny when they called him Barnaby Jones. I was like, why couldn't they have called him Jim West?
He had the white hair by then. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. He looked like Buddy Epson, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh,
A little shorter,
Adam.
but yeah.
Adam's about to piss on a classic.
You act like that's not the normal.
Right.
Well, no, Adam doesn't. I mean, some of these movies that we rate are not classics.
That's true.
Very true.
Speaking of rating,
Well,
We're doing this.
there's a difference, Adam, between being predictable and basically just sitting there dictating the movie as you're watching it. Oh, now this is going to happen. Oh, now
Reagan
this is
does
going to
that all
happen.
the time. She even comes up with lines of words she's never even heard of before, and she says the word.
Brian
I
does
would-
that, and then he's like, "Oh, this is halfway through the movie," and then you pause it, and it's halfway through the movie.
Reagan's
Oh,
the
and-
same way. Drives
And
me
even,
crazy.
if you know what's going to happen, though, it has to be. It can still be fun to watch that thing actually happen. It's just
Yes.
not the action scenes were just not interesting or fun or like even if I knew what was going to happen, it still could have been like more enjoyable.
Yeah.
During that event.
well,
That was
sometimes you're like, let me
stressful.
see how they. I
Yeah.
know where they're going. Let me see how they get there.
And
Yeah.
they must have had a budget of $50 for that mechanical reindeer. Oh, man.
I thought he was pretty good.
Oh, that was bad.
The
The
reindeer.
reindeer was the best actor in the whole damn thing.
Part of it had to be a real reindeer. Plus, the other problem is, and they mentioned this in some of the trivia, is reindeer don't have the felt in December.
Mhm.
It's gone by then.
Ah.
Oh, that's what ruined it for me.
That that kind of
Absolutely.
inconsistency will not be
Negative
done.
points.
Version.
All right, let's do it.
Great the
Wilbur, come on.
Oh, that was going to be my TV show for the month.
Oh Lord.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Well, I guess we got to do the thing where we bring Cody into the big picture.
Cody, your fridge looks so appealing up there. I gotta tell you,
I wish they had stuff in it. There's
but that's quick access. I
there's
like
4 water bottles in there right now. I have more water I haven't put in it yet. Anyways,
it. Nice.
yeah, all my energy drinks back here. Hashtag Ma, check it out. Anyways, no, I love this movie, as I clearly stated already multiple times. And just like Rebecca, I grew up watching this every freaking year, and it was amazing. And I grew up with wanting to be the superhero, and then seeing the dad become the superhero, and the cool suit, and the flying around, and blah blah blah. Back when I thought, hey, you could fly around a city and not die if you hit a brick, building, and then real life happens, and you're like, I fell off my bike and I can't walk. So I don't know. I just love this movie, and I think that the acting for how bad the acting was, I will admit, for how bad it wasn't bad. Like the acting almost made the movie that much more funny. Okay, it's like okay, Eric, this is gonna be a bad example for Eric. It's like Super Troopers, like the acting being so,
You are so right.
but
You
like,
nailed it.
but like the acting being so bad is what made it so
The
funny.
acting in Super Troopers was 10 times better.
What?
Wow.
Ooh, shots fired.
Dang. Well, I could pull a Richard from the very beginning, like the first time Richard was on the show. Like, maybe it's just us younger folks that like this movie.
Oh yeah, it's your old farts. Your old farts. There it is.
Maybe it's not
Well,
me.
Rebecca agrees.
I don't think Amanda's an old fart. But...
She's looking at Cody like he's a child. I'm kidding.
Anyways,
Well,
listen.
here's the thing.
I'm
This was a movie we watched as kids.
Yeah.
Like we were kids when we saw
that, I
this.
do think that makes a difference.
It makes a
massive I've ever seen.
Oh,
it.
definitely. Yeah.
This was my first time.
Right.
So
and so like watching it now, I'm going, wow, I didn't catch these things as a kid, but I still love it. Maybe
the part that bugs me more
than anything, but
the part that does irritate me more now than it ever did for obvious reasons is the whole scene with the guy at the house with the mom in the shower. I was like, okay, someone's getting punched in the forehead. Anyways, I give this movie a 92. Woo.
Okay.
Nice.
The only reason it's not higher is because
you're not higher.
Oh, they did a remake of this?
no, this was actually for the other one. We started with this one.
Who would play Arnold Schwarzenegger in a remake?
Larry the Cable Guy did.
No,
that was a sequel. Not
that
a
was a
remake.
sequel. If they remade it, who would it?
Tom
It
Cruise.
was a sequel with none of the original characters directed previously viewed.
That's fair. Okay, they made
It
a
was
remake.
directed
Got
discount bin, yeah.
Yeah.
I love this movie. I think it's Richard and I watch it like every year during the Christmas season. It is extremely cheesy. It is absolutely ridiculous. We have a Blu-ray that has an extended cut, so we get extra footage that y'all don't get, which is great.
How have I never seen that?
It's one of those few movies where the director's cut is shorter.
Probably. So that was fun. We watched it last night while we were decorating our Christmas tree, actually, so that was kind of neat. I think there's a lot of things that you have to suspend, of like the disbelief in the reality and everything. Like especially, he chases that kid up onto the roof. Like there's no way. Like, and I'm absolutely willing to believe that he was, gonna go super crazy and they would fight each other for a present. But like to go as far as literally putting a kid's life in danger was like whatever. Anyways, I'm with Cody. I'm gonna say 92.
And Richard also in the notes, he watched it. He did not watch the other movie, but he did watch this, and he gives it an 89.
Wow.
An 89. Speaking of wow, Ted.
Yeah, I don't mind cheesy movies. I mean, I like Buckaroo Banzai. I like a lot of cheesy movies. But there has to be something about them that either works on a comedy level, which this didn't, or works on a sentimental level, which this didn't, or even just works on a, I respect the quality of the filmmaking, even if it's not for me kind of level, which this clearly didn't. So maybe if I'd seen it when I was 3, it would have worked for me. I think by 6 I would have been too critical. But it just was not me at all. Yeesh. And again, when I saw Harvey Korman was in, I'll film, maybe there'll be a fun moment or two, and he's in it for like 5 seconds. And when I saw
he barely has a line.
When I saw Phil Hartman was in it, I was like, he's never bad. Well, no, he's bad in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have certainly seen worse movies. I'm not going to say that it's unwatchable because it's not, but it's bad. So it's I've been struggling with this. I'm going to go 40.
Okay.
We have to keep it in the family.
You just punched him in the gut.
Yeah. Okay. So when I had never heard of this movie before it was selected.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. It's really expanded my
Now you know what to avoid. No,
but I was like kind of looking forward to just like a dumb, silly movie because I can enjoy a dumb, silly movie. and and as I said, the ending to the movie was that to me. Like I enjoyed once it got to the parade, and it was just over the top silliness. The fight scene went on a little long for what I needed it to be, but I loved like him becoming Turbo Man and then being in the parade and selecting his son and the guy appearing and everyone like that was kind of the fun silliness that I really really like. The first 2/3 of the movie was really painful. It was just people punching each other and fighting in random stores and knocking things off shelves, but not really. I don't know. It felt like they were trying to do like slapstick stuff, but it wasn't particularly funny slapstick. And it was just, the neighbor was really creepy. And I don't know why that needed to be a subplot in this movie. I feel like there could have been a better subplot with I don't know. Cause like there really wasn't, because they felt like they were setting it up to be like, oh, he sees her through the window with the guy. But like, he never made any decisions based on that. He just saw it and like glared, but like, he was still just chasing the toy. I don't know. It was kind of, but as I said, the ending did bring it up for me. Because before the ending, I was probably in like the 30s with my rating. But then I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fun. So I'm going to go with 51.
Oh.
I think the reason Ted was in it, the creepy neighbor, was because they were trying to make a kids movie, and you've got to have a really sleazy, creepy guy for a kids movie.
But we had the postman who was kind of a.
But he was just the bad guy. He wasn't
a murderous.
You don't need a sleazy guy in every kids movie.
They were using it to scare little children to be good husbands. That's what they were doing.
Oh, it's a moral.
Pay more attention to your wife.
Wow.
All right, moral husband.
Speaking of which.
Thanks. Well, it was kind of good seeing Arnold in a funny movie. It's been a long time since I've seen one of those, but yeah, I mean it's pretty predictable and kind of cheesy. So I'm going to give it a 60 though.
60 even?
Yeah,
6-0.
Get to the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I didn't remember it being as. I thought it was worse the first time I watched it because I don't really remember it. I just had bad memories of it because that is a stressful situation shopping for Christmas presents. I remember the whole thing with Cabbage Patch dolls and I was a teenager.
Teddy Ruxpin.
I don't remember that. But I thought, oh, I don't really want to watch this movie. But it was not as bad. And I do remember seeing it before the whole way through. It was not as bad as I remembered it. And I was thinking, well, I understand why people watch it every year. I do, because people like what they like for whatever reason. I still like stuff from when I was a kid. Now when I watch it, though, I'm like, oh, man, I'm old. So this, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 72, actually.
Wow.
We take that.
Nice.
Nice. All right. Adam hasn't scored yet. Although Adam did pass on some sad news. I don't know if anybody saw this yet.
No.
Kirstie Alley died.
Oh my God.
What?
She was 71. She had a short bout with cancer, and she passed away today.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know who else passed away yesterday was Bob McGrath from Sesame Street.
Yep. I know, Bob.
Oh my goodness.
Who knew his last name? Is his kid from Sugar Ray?
Mark? No, I don't think
Is
so.
that Mark McGrath's dad?
Mark McGrath.
No idea.
I don't think it's. Maybe no relation.
That'd be weird. All right. So while the other scores come in. By the way, I did a number 1 on my hair. I'm almost as short as Eric. Look at that.
That's better than having someone else do a number 1 on your hair.
God, Dave.
Wow, Dave.
That's only if jellyfish are involved.
Ouch! Zing.
Jellyfish stinging your head. Okay.
This movie is stupid fun.
It is.
Because it is stupid. It is, like Eric said, poorly written, poorly acted, poorly directed. Special effects are absolutely horrible.
Oh, yeah.
But it was fun. And again, Amanda's also right. To me, it was the biggest piece of crap until like the last third. I was like, all right, it's redeeming itself here.
Yes, I think so.
And, he plays the stupid dad that forgets everything, which I play that quite often.
And lies about it.
I don't lie about it. I just go,
my number 1 customer. You're my number one customer.
Yeah, I got the doll. Sure.
I mean, there's many times that I've had to turn around and go back to the store because I forgot lemons or something. And I'll just, oh, yep, sorry, I forgot. But yeah, it's not a 92 to me. Sorry, Cody.
Okay.
I know you picked the movie. I know you didn't write it, but it is entertaining. And I think it's a solid B. I'm going to give it an 81.
Wow. Nice.
Did everyone see the post credits scene
Yes.
No.
where he forgot
yeah.
wife's present too?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I've never seen
Oh.
that.
She's like, oh, you did such a wonderful getting him. I wonder what you got me.
Just a dramatic, yeah, because we need to end it on another dramatic close up of Arnold.
Yeah,
Lost
it
2
was
points for me because of that.
the sequel was all teed up and ready to go.
Yeah. Wow, did I not like this? I had never seen it before, and I never really had a desire to see it, but when it came up last week, I'm like, oh, this is great. Finally, a reason why I have to watch it, because it's always been one of those things where it's like, oh, I've never seen that one, right? So it's like, oh, well, I love Christmas movies, and I'm like Dave. I can love a dumb movie, right? And I love cheesiness, and I'm not going to say that Elf is the most not predictable movie in the world, but I love that movie, and I think I feel like there was a better movie at conception. But it's like that child who grew up and just didn't meet expectations.
Yeah.
You don't gotta at me, okay?
I feel like there is a better movie in there. And it's like, but if you were going to cast Arnold, you needed to address so much about him and where he's from and why he is so jacked, and like, it's kind of like, meh, no more push-ups aren't going to get you out of this one or whatever. And it's like, what? Nobody's mentioned that ever. And then Phil Hartman comes up with one line about him working out or whatever. And it's like, no to all of it. 38.
All right, I have a question because I had a weird dream about this movie, and you guys are gonna make fun of me.
Wow.
I watched an episode of something, and then I watched the movie, and then this came in my brain, and it happened. Weird dream happened. Would this make the movie better or worse if the characters were played by Arnold Schwarzenegger's character was played by Chandler from Friends, and Joey from Friends was the weird neighbor?
Given I hate Friends, probably no better.
Okay.
No, I think that could have been a better movie.
I think recasting it, but as what Dave's point is that at least Matthew Perry would have been not like super ripped, and then if suddenly he was Turbo Man, that might be interesting.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, but this with and it was just
All right, here we go, Cody.
It did have some good songs in it. I'll give it that.
Yeah, the music was okay. Yeah.
It's Arnold. That alone gives it 70, and it was mindless, dumb fun. Gets 20 on the Rotten Tomatoes, so I had 20 points, so it's a 90.
Yes.
Wow.
It got a 19 on Rotten Tomatoes. You gave it an extra point.
It's a 90. Get down, it's a 90.
I am so good.
Well, I'm just happy to be that Mixed Nuts remains as the lowest rated holiday movie of all. So I will stand by that till the end of time.
So Pee-wee's pretty far down there.
My mother gives it an 85.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, the other problem I had was, Arnold. There's no, we need some backstory. Eric's completely right. He's a mattress sales guy. They spell warehouse wrong. Did you notice that on the very beginning on his phone? It said WHERE house instead of where. WARE.
Wow.
Where they keep the where.
So, also, what Adam's comment says. So, Adam, you would give Batman and Robin at least a 70 because Arnold's in it.
It's not an Arnold movie though.
Apparently.
This is an Arnold movie.
Yeah. The thing I didn't like about Arnold's character too is he is this big, obviously buff guy, and he doesn't win fights.
Yeah.
It was stupid.
Well, the other thing too that
I bounced at a bar. Big guys don't always know how to fight.
Okay.
True, but it is Arnold.
That's fair.
The only thing they did cheat a little bit was he and Sinbad look like they're the same height.
Yes.
And Sinbad's 6'4".
Yeah.
And Arnold says he's 6'1", but people I know who've met him say he's 5'11" tops. He
Interesting.
wears lifts.
Wow.
It's not a lift.
Well, it's not a lift.
Dan is correct. It's not an Arnold vehicle.
Mm.
But they said spell check wasn't in the but 75 million. They can't spell warehouse right. Please.
Maybe they were asking where the house was.
Jake Lloyd was in charge of that sign.
Up
So
on the housetop.
he was very young. He was just a kid. Cut him some slack.
All right.
All right, let's move on to this next interesting conversation.
The people who love this movie hate the next one, and vice versa.
Let's head on back in time to 1947, where we get a slew of characters: Maureen O'Hara, John Payne, and a bunch of other people that you've never heard of before, besides Natalie Wood.
William Frawley.
Well, yeah, William Frawley you got from I Love
Fred
Lucy.
Mertz.
Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. Written and directed by Jordan Seaton. $630,000 budget on the $46 million. Critics at a 96 and the audience at an 87. And here we go. So Miracle on 34th Street.
It starts with you. It's your movie.
Let's start with me, and I will say so. You know, if you consider this movie as an hour and 35-minute post-credit scene, because
What?
you know,
Okay.
the entire movie does follow the credits. All right, so come on,
That's how it was until 1977.
So honestly, this movie encapsulates Christmas for me. I love everything about this movie. You know, it's very dialogue driven. Not a lot of action scenes happening here. But I love the dynamic. You know, Natalie Wood in I believe her debut. Is that right? I believe this was her debut.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No? I'll double check that later. Nonetheless, very young, very not overly annoying for a kid in a movie. To me, this movie it feels like Christmas. There's so much positivity. The end of the movie, and we'll talk spoilers, I'm sure, eventually. I love the end of the movie. That gets me every time. There's so many parts of this movie that get me, right? I love it. I think it absolutely, it's up there with It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of those movies that you should see. Everybody should see this movie because it's such a fantastic holiday Christmas, beautifully well done movie. I think it's well crafted. It's got some excellent scenes, and we'll talk a little bit about that too. Was this anybody's first time? Well, we know Brittany. Both times.
It was my first time for both of them, actually, because I just hopped on Disney Plus, and the first one that popped up, I clicked on it, and then I watched that one. And
I feel terrible about that.
It was wrong.
This was Natalie Wood's 6th movie.
Oh wow!
In fact, she was filming The Ghost of Mrs. Muir at the same time she was filming this. She was going back and forth between the movies.
She did 3 movies in 1947.
Wow.
A busy kid.
Busy kid.
That's a very busy kid. So a lot of smoking in this movie. A lot of questionable.
There's a lot less smoking in the remake,
I'm gonna watch your kid, but let me puff on my cigar.
That was 1947. What do you want?
Significantly less.
I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice all the smoking? Like when he's going to bed, they're going to bed in his room, and he's like, "Wait, hold on, really quick, let me have."
When he's talking to Chris about his whiskers, he's got a butt sitting in the ashtray smoking away.
Well, when you grow up with parents who smoke and grandparents who smoke, and everybody smokes but you just don't notice it anymore.
I thought you were gonna say you have asthma.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I probably wouldn't have noticed the smoking as much. I feel like everything that I have to say that I noticed about this movie that I didn't like is because I saw the remake first. and I watched them back to back. So literally once I found out that I watched the wrong one, I put the right one on.
Really boring color palette.
It was just a comparison game.
See, and that's I don't think that's a fair opportunity for this movie. Seeing it, especially after already going through 2 hours of it, because the remake is unfortunately faithful to it, except for how they ruin the end of this beautiful movie.
See, I didn't think they. I thought it was. I like the ending better.
How does
But
the remake end? I've not seen it.
I'll just.
I feel, and again, this is not a comparison review, but I think if you look at the end of how the court resides, the end of how the actual trial ends in the remake is so lame compared to how this movie.
See, I liked it better.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I thought it was a way better justification.
I disagree.
They found him criminally insane, and
My mom remembers she was 7, so
She was 7.
My mom was just born. She doesn't remember that.
even in the '60s there was a ton of smoking. Come on.
Oh, I love seeing all the people smoke. It cracks me up because now there's none.
You're dead. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. 1947.
I've watched people with cigarettes in their hands doing things with a burning cigarette, and I'm like, look at that dexterity.
We used to go to a pizza parlor in Forest Hills when I was in college, Vincent's.
Yes.
And Vincent would have the butt hanging out of his mouth while he was making the pizzas.
Ashes this long.
Yes, and dry, and you know they weren't all making it into the ashtray.
No, that was amazing to see. Good pizza too.
Oh, great pizza. Greasy, but great.
A little ashy, maybe.
A little ashy, a little greasy.
It was wood-fired oven, wasn't it?
And they had these cheap plastic tablecloths and plastic flowers on all the tables, and a waitress with a bad eye. So it looked like she was. You couldn't tell if she was looking at you or not when she would come to the table. Great atmosphere.
It was a good place.
my favorite long ash.
Yeah, we just took this off the rail.
Oh yeah,
Nathan Thurm.
Nathan Thurm, absolutely. Martin Short is Nathan Thurm.
Oh my God, it was the
What?
best.
I'm not saying that. Are you saying that? I'm not saying that.
I'm not being defensive. You're being defensive. Why would I didn't say that.
He's co-hosting Saturday Night Live this coming Saturday.
With Steve Martin?
Yes, with Steve Martin.
Oh my God, I can't wait to watch that.
Yep.
Wow.
This past week was one of the worst ever. Anyway. We go on. We have to.
Yes.
And we're talking.
Keep
Or we're
going.
going to start
Well,
scoring.
I love this movie. So
There you go. Thank you.
It's a classic.
Well, let me. When I was a little girl, my mom was watching it, and she said, "This is my favorite Christmas movie ever," and I didn't get it, because I was like in second grade, and it was black and white, and it wasn't in color, and I didn't understand why, and it was never one that I watched over and over until I got older, and then I realized this is a fabulous movie, so I do enjoy it.
I think I enjoy all the stuff with the Macy's parade, the Macy's and Gimbals. I think is such an excellent storyline. It's just a sweet movie all throughout, right? With how he deals with the kids and the Dutch
He
girl.
can speak Dutch, yes.
Yeah, the Dutch girl, that kills me.
I mean, come on, right? How do you not tear up? Have you no heart? I just feel like there's so many moments in this movie that grab you.
It's like It's a Wonderful Life. What? Adam, what's wrong with you, Adam?
They don't grab you in the way that Ted did in Jingle All the Way. That's
Mr. Potter.
Yeah, I think what Eric's saying too with the whole the Macy's and Gimbals and stuff, and they actually filmed that at the Macy's Day Parade in 1946. That was the actual parade, which I thought was really cool.
They had one chance to shoot it. They had a bunch of cameras arrayed along the routes. They got permission.
Now, they would have been way over their $630,000 budget if they had to do a creative parade.
Gimbals closed in 1987.
Yes.
Gimbals have been gone for 25 years.
Yes, they have. We used to go to Gimbals and Beaver Valley Mall all the time.
Oh yeah.
The
Gimbals, Kaufman.
When they were filming the scenes in Macy's, some of the scenes the lighting was not strong enough for the cameras in those days. They had to run extra power cables for the lights, and they ran them down the elevator shaft.
Oh
my!
So they accommodated, and the other cool thing was they actually got, because they finally negotiated with both Gimbals and Macy's to say, we will show you the movie after it's completed, and then you can decide if we have permission to use your name in the movie.
Oh my!
And if
Wow.
either of them had refused, they would have had a bunch of reshoots to do,
Wow.
and they both loved it.
That's the miracle.
Yeah.
I mean, they really. I mean, it really does. Both stores end up coming off pretty well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
The
I
other
can
thing-
get it at cost.
The other thing that was interesting that I found out was that Mr. Macy had been dead since 1877, and the family had sold the business in like the 1880s or 1895 or something. So
Oh,
it was
interesting.
really not even a Macy's owned store anymore. But I
No.
just still like the story.
It's possible that there had been one and it closed down, but they mentioned a couple times their store in Pittsburgh. There was never a Macy's in Pittsburgh when I was growing up.
No,
It was
There were the
Kaufman's.
Horns and a Kaufman, but there
Kaufman's
was no
became
Macy's.
Macy's.
There's Gimbals on there too. I think.
Yeah, Gimbals.
Yeah, there's
was the
Gimbals.
store.
And I think that's the reason there wasn't a Macy's is we had some local stores,
Yeah.
you know, like Horn that was big.
Yep.
Joseph Horn.
Yep. Joseph.
No, I think didn't Kaufman's become Macy's?
Kaufman's became
Yeah.
Macy, then they closed down about 7 years ago.
They were
Gotcha.
bought by the May Company.
The May Company. All right.
Oh, well, all
We
right.
hit a lull, Eric.
It's-
You got to
This is one of those few movies that if I had run out of time and hadn't had a chance to watch it this week, I would still be willing to rate it because I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. Eric.
Yeah, I feel like this movie. Well, I was looking for a particular part of the movie here. You know, it's just great because it just feels like I love that feel of an old movie.
Yes.
That it just has, and some of the acting that you get from this movies where she just turns in a huff towards the camera. Doesn't storm off because they're not going to film out of the scene. And he's like, "You just better hold on to your ideals, lady." It's like I love it. Because they might be the only thing you have left to hold on to or whatever. And it's like so good. It's just so good. And so I love that it's, you know, it feels just real because it is such a character-driven movie. It's such a people movie. But then it's cool to see how things have changed, obviously, since how they film movies. How, you know, the different acting style, I think, is fascinating to watch. It's a classic, you know, and it's a classic for a reason.
So you're gonna score it, or you?
I think we're gonna score this now. All right, we're scoring this now. And hold on, I gotta find my spreadsheet. There we are. I love this movie. I think everybody could watch it. I could watch it 18 times in the next 18 days. No problem at all.
And Adam's gonna 97.
97. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and Adam's gonna give it an 18.
Well, he'll probably give it a
Cody?
47 in honor of the year it was made.
I did not have enough time to watch this movie, unfortunately.
Okay.
That's all right.
Oh, I feel
Brittany
like
had time for both of you.
this isn't a fair thing because I want to rate it as it was, but it was really hard watching it back to back because I know the things that I would do differently if I had made it. In general, I liked the idea of the movie and the remake. I thought it was fun. It was super cute. I liked, you know, the plot and the story. It was. I agree. It definitely had that like the kind spirit of Christmas in it. Both movies did, and that was really good. I liked the scene with the little Dutch girl in the remake. It was sign language. He was signing to her. I liked the idea of, you know, him kind of getting the mom to believe too, which was cool, and kind of changing like her heart because that's what really needed to happen to change a little girl's heart. I wouldn't watch this one again. I would watch the remake again. I probably will watch the remake again. I will give it a 75.
75.
5.
Stacy and Wade.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I liked a lot of the like the original, or like not original, but the filming the parade and everything, and mixing it all together was really pretty cool. I kind of liked the mailroom guys. That scene was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Hey Joe, you know.
Jack Albertson was one of them, though I didn't pick him out.
Yep, Chico and the Man.
So yeah, and it's one of my. I'll watch it anytime around Christmas time too. So I'm going to give it a 90.
Yeah, like I said, I liked a lot of it. I like the parade scene, and I like it too. You know, when I was little, I was like, oh, why do we have to watch this movie? It's definitely a grown ups kind of movie, and I enjoy that. The storyline, I love the Dutch girl. I love Santa being very focused, and adults talking to him. He's like, oh yeah, and very close to the little person. And I liked in between scenes, like he's talking to Susan. She's in bed. He's letting her get ready for bed, and she's got bubble gum, and he watches her with the bubble gum, and then he leaves. But when he leaves, she's still blowing bubbles, and they show that. Nothing to it except that's part of her day, and then it moves to the next scene. There was several things like that it continued, even though there was no progression necessarily. It was just life. And I kind of like that. And then when he got bubblegum all over himself later, of course, that was awesome. Again, I did not notice cigarettes. I don't know how.
Wow.
I remember the cigar. I remember the cigar in the courtroom because that was William Frawley, I think.
Yeah, William Frawley. The constant cuts to him in the courtroom are fun.
Yeah. Nerds to merds. Anyway, so actually, I do love this movie, and I will watch it over and over and over and over again. And I love the other thing I love in black and white Christmas movies are the old Christmas trees, how they're just draped in the tinsel and the bubble lights. I don't even know if they have bubble lights.
Glass ornaments. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love, and the trees are not those thick ones. They're just very loose, and you can see everything. I love it. It's my favorite thing, and I comment on every tree I see. I'm going to give this movie a 98.
Ooh, she one-upped you, Eric.
Yeesh.
I was going to say 100, but it's not perfect.
The only thing I'll disagree with Eric and Stacy is I would not watch this 18 times over 18 days. I can get sick of even movies I love. So I try to limit myself to watching it once per season, and that's great for me. That works fine. I do love it though. I mean, it's this, there are Christmas movies that are about kids, and like A Christmas Story is a perfect example of that. The sort of takes you back to your childhood. And I realize it doesn't work for everybody, but that's what it does for me. And then there are Christmas movies that are sort of spiritual in nature that take you into the. And then there's this that's just it's just Christmas. I mean, you just watch it and it's just Christmas somehow. It's hard to even identify exactly. I mean, yes, it's Santa Claus and it's the parade and all that, but it feels like Christmas more than all the Christmas Vacation mega light displays or it feels like Christmas and it works. Mm-hmm. And there's a reason it won 3 Oscars. Mm-hmm. And it's also fascinating that we're talking in the one extra I was watching that it was pretty typical in those days. A movie only ran for a couple weeks and was gone from the theaters. And this came out in June and ran till Christmas.
Wow.
It was in the theaters for 6 months. Mm-hmm. And it was a massive hit. It was just one of the biggest hits of the year, really of the decade. And I think it deserved to be. Mm-hmm. I thought Ed Gwynn was wonderful as Kris Kringle. Natalie Wood at 8 was an amazingly good actress.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just really nailed it. And there were other little things too, like the Sawyer's secretary when he has his wife on the line who starts pulling her eyebrow the exact same way he does.
That's a tick right there.
And so I could criticize a few small things about it. I don't see any need to. I just love it. It checks every box for a Christmas movie for me. Yeah. And I do somewhat agree with Stacy. There is something nostalgic about black and white Christmas movies. They hit a sweet spot, and maybe it's of my age. I mean, I didn't grow up in the era of black and white movies. I was born in the 60s. Right. Every movie that came out was color. But when I watch old movies, there's a feeling in them for Christmas movies that just works for me.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be, again, I love A Christmas Story. It's a good example of a later one, but it works. So I'm not going to go quite as high as the couple we've heard, but it's still a great movie that I love every year in 95.
95.
Wow.
Staying alive.
So this was a movie that I grew up with. I know my mom loves this one, so
You look so good for your age. I can't even believe. 47.
It's very impressive. Yeah.
You see her in the background in the one scene.
As people have mentioned, I love the parade as the framing device. I think it works really well, and it's a very nice way to motivate the attitudes of the mom and then Susan, because it makes sense that growing up in that environment, she would kind of be disenchanted with Santa Claus as a thing. So it kind of gives that kind of believability to like this obstinate child who is very realism based. And I love then how you get to watch Susan evolve over the course of the movie. I feel like it comes across very naturally. Same with for the mom. I feel like there's not like a sudden moment where they go from like obstinate like disbelief to like, oh yeah, you're Santa, we're cool. Like it pretty much there's that like seed of doubt for like most of the movie, which I like and adds a cool level of realism. I mean, for a Christmas movie, I thought it was a cool portrayal of Santa Claus. I feel like a lot of portrayals of Santa Claus have like the reindeer are there, or like he's a bit more like explicitly magical, or you get more world building about how Santa works, and he's left very mysterious in this movie. Like you really, he can speak Dutch, he can speak other languages. Like he seems to have some. He got the house for them. Like he has some powers, but
he doesn't buy them the house.
It's very unclear how any of this happens.
He leads them to the house, right?
Title theft.
He has his limits.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I love the whole courtroom situation. I love the judge and then his assistant being all like, dude, what are you getting yourself into? And his son coming, and it's such good dynamic.
Oh.
You believe in Santa, don't you, Daddy? It's like, what?
Daddy.
Yeah, it's so, I don't know, it's so good. So yeah, I don't have a lot to criticize about this movie. It's great. I'm gonna give it a 97.
Wow. You made me think of one small thing. There was a brief interview in the one extra with the kid who played Tommy, and the line, he said they kept working on this one section where he was talking about how he learned about Santa in the courtroom, and they couldn't get it right. It just didn't work, and they were doing it over and over. And finally, the kid goes, "Can I try it one way myself?" And he goes, and that's when he did the line, "My daddy told me." And they left it in the movie.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is fantastic. Rebecca made a comment here. It's interesting that the conversations are bending toward capitalism for both Christmas movies tonight.
True.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah. That's what sells tickets, because that's capitalism. I, as a Jewish kid, did not grow up watching this movie every Christmas. Not quite a Hanukkah film, but I have seen it quite a few times. We always, at our house, we're getting a new TV tomorrow. I won't be there for it because we always have this and A Christmas Story and It's a Wonderful Life, on downstairs. And we normally don't have a TV downstairs, so we got a new 32-inch because our old one wouldn't take apps anymore. What kind of smart TV is that? Yeah, it expired. Like you couldn't update Hulu or Netflix. Anywho, it's a solid movie. I'll give my mom's score first. Oh, she gave the same score I'm going to give. The Rosenbergs give it a 90 each.
Oh, wow.
It's an A movie.
Yeah.
We don't have Adam. Rebecca
He'll get it soon. Yeah.
Given a score.
Well, so Adam gave It's a Wonderful Life a 54.
Oh, there we go. Oh boy.
Just so we have that understanding.
Ooh, that's bad.
Oh my.
And he strongly dislikes.
Wow.
Whoa.
What's the score did it give?
Oh my.
There we go.
It's impressive.
Whoa.
Dan was close, 15. You couldn't even do the 18 to keep me honest? Come on.
Wow.
Make me look like a prognosticator.
Well, that's brutal.
I mean, if you take the top and the bottom score away, you still have a bunch of really high scores.
The only movies he's rated worse are Columbus, Timeline, and Sergeant Pepper.
Timeline.
I would
Adam?
be curious if you would like the remake of this.
He probably wouldn't. He might give it a higher score than 15.
Now, if Arnold was in it, it'd get an 85 because he'd get a 70 boost.
Who would Arnold play as the lead in this? Would he be? Would he be the?
He can be the
Santa.
judge.
Oh,
Oh, the lead, he'd have to be Santa.
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say he'd be Santa.
He'd be Chris Kringle.
That could be funny.
I'd like to speak Dutch to you now.
I speak. It sounds just like Austrian.
It'd be a little Austrian girl in the woman.
Right, exactly.
He'd be like,
No,
Heinz,
Santa's
Heinz,
drunk.
Heinz, Heinz.
Wow. Well, here
Sit
we go.
down on my lap.
Muscle coordination test.
I don't know how to do math. Apparently, what did I just do? I put this in the wrong. Man, I did. I put everything in the wrong place. Sorry about that.
Oh,
Sorry about that. I can't do math. Let me see. There it goes. Well, it's good that he Adam and the movie Columbus apparently had something to do with Jingle All the Way. So coming in right below Columbus.
Well, was this a Chris Columbus movie?
Is Jingle All the Way, and It's a Wonderful Life comes up on the first page at an 83.
That's Miracle on 34th Street.
That's right. I did. I've been up since 3 a.m. I just can't. I've been trying to hold it together, but I have nothing left.
Maybe you are the one that did
Miracle on
this.
34th Street, beating out the Rocketeer.
Hey, I thought of the Rocketeer when we were watching Turbo Man fly around.
Yeah, right?
I thought of Iron Man.
Hey, don't even mention Iron Man in the same.
Iron Man Christmas. There we go.
There will
No,
be
it no Robert Downey Jr. in that role.
Oh man, that I would have paid to see. Okay, well there we go. If you weren't in the comments in our side chat earlier this afternoon, you probably didn't realize that the masses have asked that we would do double features all month long. So we are going to
and they're all picked by two people.
TV series for the week.
Let's see.
They're all picked by two people.
They're all picked by two people. So that's that many more people who get the chance to choose movies for holiday movies. So I think we're gonna do this. Oh wait.
Ho ho ho! Feliz Navidad.
It just warms my heart. I don't know. Okay. So obviously Cody and myself have been taken off the wheel. And I think I've got everybody on here still. So I'm gonna actually just delete Cody and myself.
Deleted.
You have been deleted. You have already been heard once. So
like Trubisky.
I believe Reagan is not here with us tonight, so obviously
She's here.
Is she there? Is she hiding? Is she lurking? All right, we'll leave her in there then. I think I got everybody else, right? Am I missing anybody? Oh wait, Brittany's not on here.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
I've got no brains.
I ain't got nobody.
All right.
You can watch Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
I own that one. I own that one.
All right, are we ready?
Regular version of the Mystery
Everybody?
Science
Did I get everybody? I think I got everybody. All right. We're ready? Everybody ready? So we're going to spin once. Let's go. Let's find out who gets to choose the next one of the next holiday movies. Oh, it's exciting. Here it goes. Oh, my goodness.
Mother.
Mom. What?
Mom, you're on.
All right.
We gotta find a good Hanukkah. We gotta find a good Hanukkah flick.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And while we wait on Dan's mom to
a nice solstice film, you know,
her movie, we will spin again. I'm gonna shuffle, and I'm gonna spin. Picking our second movie for next week will be.
Should be me. Should be me.
Could be Wade.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Wade.
What? No.
What have you done?
Oh, my goodness. He's so excited. You know what? Nobody's forced to do this.
What Christmas movie has the most airplanes?
Well, Christmas and anything.
Well, that's a good question. What? Die Hard.
Probably Die Hard.
Die Hard 2.
Oh, that's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's check and see. Well, the one I was thinking of was The Family Stone, but I'll have to check and see if it's streaming.
I really want to see Violent Night, but that's in the theaters.
Violent Night.
My mom texted me one.
Oh.
Hold on, I've got to find it. She texted me a while ago. I'm searching through old texts to see if I can find the name of it. Violent Night.
It's not 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh, I found it. Let's see. Here it is.
Family Stone can be had for $4 at various places like Amazon.
Where we going? Where we're going? What's happening?
We're waiting.
Oh yes.
All right, available on Disney Plus.
Oh,
my
boy.
mother's movie pick from 2003.
Ooh.
It's called Full Court Miracle. It's a
Whoa.
basketball Hanukkah movie.
Full court what?
Whoa.
Miracle.
It's a what?
Wow. Stacey nailed it. There are no good movies left. I'm kidding.
Are they able to get it for free?
It's also on Fubo.
Is this legit?
Because I would think
Christmas movie?
It looks
It's a
yeah.
Disney
A
movie.
Hanukkah movie.
Christmas story
Oh, okay.
would be.
Hanukkah.
We're gonna pay for it. It'd be better one.
There it is.
Wow. There it is.
Come on, go Kanye
Oh,
on us,
boy.
people.
Who we got in this movie here? We
Get
got
that
An hour and 35 minutes. I like that.
It's quick, it's free, it's Hanukkah and basketball.
What's not
That's a
get
great
better.
tagline. It's quick. It's free. It's Hanukkah and basketball.
Is that a Disney?
Oh.
The miracle of this movie is you think it's only an hour long, but it turns out to be 8 hours long.
Just feels like it.
Oh goodness.
Cool.
It's
It is
perfect.
perfect. It
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
watching
perfect.
Well done. Well done.
Absolutely perfect.
A winning formula.
Oh, amazing.
That's
And I'm
fun.
going to guarantee Adam will give it higher than a 15. He'll give it
Wade-
18, which
And,
is
and I know
fine.
Wade is like, that was my choice. How could she take my movie?
No.
Didn't hear my choice.
You didn't hear his choice, Eric?
No.
Oh,
The Family Stone.
Family Stone.
Which is on. It's available on Amazon for $4.
I think it's on Hulu also.
Yeah, see if it's free
I
anywhere.
don't know this movie.
Is it? Is it
This-
It's
Sarah?
only
Jessica-
free if you already have a Stars subscription. But
Dermot
you can
Mulroney.
have it for $4 easily.
It's Sarah Jessica Parker and
Yes.
Dermot Mulroney and
wow.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Jewish.
Oh yeah.
Luke Wilson. We just saw Luke Wilson.
There we go.
I definitely thought that was a different finger.
Wow. Well, 2 movies I've really not just not seen, never heard of.
same.
Family Stone.
I think is this the one you saw on an airplane? I think he saw it on a plane. He goes, "You have to watch this movie," and I'm like,
Wow.
"All right."
All right. I finally found the scene I wanted to queue up from Miracle on 34th Street.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite parts here is this dialogue.
Not just Chris that's on trial, it's
It's like
everything
I'm
he
preaching
stands
to you
for.
because it's an old
kindness,
movie.
joy,
You gotta
love,
be
and all the
there
other
with the guy. You
intangibles.
gotta
Fred,
do
you're
the
talking
thing.
like a child. You're living in a realistic world, and those lovely intangibles of yours are attractive but not worth very much.
I just love that dialogue. Like,
Oh, it's like a stage play. It's almost
Yeah.
even blocked like a stage play.
Yep. And she's about to do the dramatic turn away.
Job, you throw away all your security, and then you expect me to be happy about it.
Oh.
Oh,
Towards the audience, even. Yeah.
And yet it's more subtle acting than Arnold.
and-
Did
and
you
what
hear
is-
the Irish brogue coming through?
Oh
The
yeah.
Irish
what?
was
Oh,
really up.
She was actually back in Ireland when she got this script and was
I
angry.
know.
And then when she read it, she loved it.
Yep.
and why did he
What?
did he look like Kevin Spacey?
Oh, he's better looking than Kevin Spacey.
Has more hair too.
Yeah. Ugh.
So that's just one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I just love it. I love the whole sense of that scene. I love the feel of that scene. All right, let's do it.
So, what else have you been watching?
Well, I watched a really good Jewish football movie.
A Jewish football movie.
You know, there are some Jewish basketball movies.
I watched a Buddhist baseball movie.
Oh, stop it.
Hindu hockey.
I watched a Muslim pickleball flick.
What is happening?
I have no idea what this movie's about, but the kid that was on the show Continuum, this time travel show that is in this movie. So I'm excited for it.
Oh,
and it's basketball. And basketball season's happening right now. And I miss basketball.
So earlier today, Adam had mentioned that he had attempted to watch the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell movie Spirited. Which honestly would probably be one of my choices if I could choose another movie.
And he was dispirited, huh?
The implication was that he did not enjoy the movie.
How tragic.
Yeah, he got up and walked out, and he was watching it on an airplane.
Wow. Now, Adam, only 15 minutes? You didn't give this more of a chance?
That is a terrible picture, though. That is a terrible picture.
Why does Will Ferrell look like he's 80? Oh my god!
Because he's getting there.
I've watched this twice since it's been out. I love this movie, but it is. I mean, it's a musical, right? And so, and Adam in musicals don't necessarily get.
No, I was gonna say.
To begin with, there's so many great lines in this movie. I'm not gonna, it's too early in the season to get into actual spoilers for this, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was super fun. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so we've been watching Wednesday on Netflix. I don't know if anybody else has been watching Wednesday.
I have not started yet.
Nope.
We're on the last episode. I had to stop to come here.
Oh yeah, I was at the Cheesecake Factory, so
he wins. He wins.
I left before ordering my cheesecake, so hopefully one of my coworkers grabbed me a piece for tomorrow.
Wow, the sacrifices we made.
Strength.
I will highly recommend Wednesday. It's fantastic.
Oh, we started to watch that. We're not fans. It was too much.
Really?
Very, very dark. I'm just not in the mood for dark. It's really bad.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
It's just we're so used to John Aston or what's his name?
Oh yeah, it's definitely
Julia.
It's just Tim Burton.
Right. The guy who plays Gomez is so terrible.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't love, especially in the first episode.
Yes.
But it's really, once you get past that, it's not about him, right? Okay. It's much more a story about her. That was all set up, right?
Okay,
so
is that why they call it Wednesday?
It is kind of called Wednesday and not the Addams Family. So I would highly recommend watching the second episode.
Okay, maybe. We'll see.
I just finished the first season of The Good Doctor.
Oh. And was it good?
Yeah, it was good. Every episode,
season, so I assume so.
Yeah, every episode's pretty emotional. I'm not gonna lie. There's moments where I'm like, you guys gotta stop.
I'm still Law and Ordering it. I think I've got it down to my best 4, but maybe next week I'll have the final announcement.
Is Adam watching the football game now?
I don't know. Wednesday was like CW teen show, and after the first episode, when family is relegated, I was out.
I don't agree, but that's just me. Obviously, I don't agree. Been watching a lot of QVC lately. Anybody? Oh, okay, good.
I was going to pick that.
No, HSN. I'm an HSN guy.
Electronic Showcase.
I was
What?
going to pick In the Kitchen with David as my TV show for the month.
I was gonna say, do they have like historic streams online? Can we just like pick that for a movie?
Oh, I like this idea.
Well, there used to be when Mike Rowe was on. There used to be some clips on YouTube. I'm not sure there still are. Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs.
Yeah,
he was on QVC in the early days.
Yes.
And there were clips. There's one I remember seeing of him. There was a woman calling up. It was, they have the people call in and they'll put them on the air. And it was an older woman calling in, talking about how much she loved what she was buying and all that. And then she started rambling on about how she's on a fixed income and barely can make her rent, and she's buying all this stuff on QVC. And you can just see him just like, what do I do? I mean, I feel terrible. I can't say anything that would,
But
just...
he did. Yeah. He was on at 3 a.m. too.
Wow.
Man, that's harsh.
Yeah.
So he gets the people that are using him for company, the lonely
Exactly.
people. Yeah.
And then he's so likable and talkative, and they feel like he's their best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow his mother on Facebook.
It's a slippery slope from that until you're watching Designing Christmas, starring Hilary Farr from Love It or List It.
What? Well, you have to admit, if you've watched Love It or List It, you know that the show is very scripted. So
Yeah, but she's not a good actress on that.
No, she's not.
Yeah.
Wow.
Seeing the ads for that, but we're not watching that. Although I would watch that before I ever watched Jingle all the way again. I would watch Designing Christmas.
It was really good. If you are a Christmas Story fan, you will enjoy and appreciate
A Christmas Story Christmas?
Yes.
I do plan to watch
If
it.
you're only kind of okay with A Christmas Story.
You still might like it just to see what's up. It's
All
worth
right.
watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth watching.
Yeah.
They did a really good job with it. They Peter Billingsley, I think, was one of the writers actually, and he's been a production guy in TV for quite a while. Yeah, he's pretty talented, and that's amazing to see.
This is fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely watch it. I recommend it.
And that's on Hulu, right? No, where is that? That's on some service I don't care.
It's on HBO Max. We
Oh,
got it for $1.99 a month.
I knew it was on something we didn't get, but that's all right.
Well, it's $1.99 a month right now.
That was Black Friday.
Yeah, it was
so I
Black
don't know.
Friday.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
So I just saw I have stars. I didn't even know I had stars.
Yeah, they're getting some free stuff.
I did the free trial. I forgot. Oh, my stars.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Reagan's
She's over here going like this.
She was just anxious.
So how many more Mondays do we have in December then?
That's what I'm working this out.
3 more. Okay. Well, 2 more because we already chose the 12th. So the 19th and 26th. We'll have 4 more movies.
Yep, absolutely. So that many more chances to get to choose the movie.
And if you get
updating my spreadsheet now to have all the columns I'll need.
And if you get paid on Fridays every other week in December, you will get 3 paychecks.
Wow.
I get paid on Thursdays, weirdly enough.
There's 5 Thursdays too this month, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which cycle you're on, but yeah.
That's true. You might only get.
Yeah.
If you get paid every other week, then yes, it's.
Yeah.
I'm out of phase.
Yeah, we went from twice a month to every other week, and everybody's like, "My paycheck went down." Like, no, you get 2 more a year.
Do you have a lot of people working for you who are bad at math?
What's that?
You have a lot of people working for you who are bad at math.
Yeah, we're a mathematical computation company. You'd think. No, we're not.
I don't remember what I've been watching other than sports lately.
I haven't been watching anything that I know of.
Adam gets paid weekly. Well, you get a bonus week this month, Adam.
That's nice too.
It's true.
Now,
I get
Adam
paid
also,
hourly.
Whenever I say I get paid weekly, it makes me just immediately think it's a scam.
I
You
get
can get paid weekly.
in small bills.
Under the table.
Cash, baby, cash.
I got paid for my first TikTok live last night. That was fun.
Ooh.
Really?
$89 for an hour and a half.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Wow.
That's solid.
That's awesome.
What were you doing on your TikTok live?
You don't want to know.
Oh, now I want to know more.
No, okay, I will explain it. So there's a guy that it wasn't necessarily my live, but I was live and I made money doing it. So basically, there was six of us. There was six of us.
Broker. Oh no.
Anyways, there were six of us, and the guys, they're just party animals. They just have fun. They're good people. Like, they're not weird. I mean, some of them are weird, but not like bad weird. Not like, drugged up or anything like that. But they did this thing where the guy was like, hey, if you send, anytime you contribute to somebody, you send something. Like, the one thing was a corgi, and a corgi would hop on the screen and it would turn around and see a little heart-shaped butt and then it run away. Like, there's just stuff like that. So the corgi, every time the corgi popped up or someone donated you specifically a corgi, you just had to shake your butt because the corgi butt. And so I think I shook my butt like 15 times last night.
Wow.
But like $89 is what people spend on this stuff. And it was just funny.
That's a slippery slope.
$89.
I had clothes on.
I also, yes.
That's a slippery slope.
If you want to talk about slippery slope, I had to get in the shower last night because someone dropped a pool party, which was like $35 or something. But I was fully clothed. I just wore clothes and got it.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
Wow.
It was so good.
I don't know.
Did you tell all your family and friends?
I sent it to a bunch of people. They could join in. I don't care.
Indy 5 can't be worse than Indy 4.
Oh,
But the Indy 500 is the one I'm looking for.
It could be, I suppose, but Indy 4 was awful.
The best comment I saw. No, I didn't watch the trailer because I don't watch trailers. But the best comment I saw about the trailer was some people were complaining about Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones. But the idea of a professor at 80 years old not being willing to retire is probably the most realistic thing about the entire thing. That was amazing.
Oh, Indy.
No, I paid no attention other than hearing he got injured on the set at one point. But other than that,
how could he not?
Yeah, just walking across the lot.
Oh,
my back.
Takes a lot of energy to work those whips.
Just Harrison Ford walking around, huh? Right.
I just can't.
I heard he was shaking his butt for $89. Drew on it.
I'm gonna post. Hang on, in the group chat, I'm gonna post a screenshot of what somebody said in the chat. It's so funny.
Oh, sir, you are a stripper.
Kind of.
Wow.
Look at the comment from Lynn's.559 when you get the chance to see it.
He's a stripper who keeps his clothes on. It's an interesting
Correct.
niche.
Correct.
There we go.
I wasn't kidding.
Slippery slope, Cody.
I'm not going to do anything.
Clothes.
I won't do anything that I'll actually
You
get in
say
trouble
that
for.
now. You
I
say
won't.
that now.
Someday a
Everybody will
future
get
employer is
bigger.
going to be searching for you online and go, "Oh, you're the shake your butt guy."
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the comment. It says Cody's got people questioning their sexuality.
You look like you're asleep.
Yeah, because they feel like they can never be attracted to anyone again.
Every time I kept getting back in bed, ready for bed, the girl would. Every time I got in bed, ready to go to sleep, the girl would send another corgi. She's like, "Cody, don't get comfortable."
Wow.
That's
It was
really
funny.
weird. Really weird.
It was so funny.
It's really weird.
I'm gonna do it again tonight. I'm probably not gonna shake my butt, but I'm definitely gonna go live again tonight.
I
And see if I can't
see.
make
That's how they say it. And then it's gonna be like, well, how much money?
No.
Exactly.
I need another fix.
There's a line in between TikTok Live and OnlyFans, and I'm not crossing that.
I don't know.
Oh, I love Adam's comment.
$35 to go jump in the shower.
With clothes on? I would go jump in a lake with clothes on for $35.
That's what I'm saying. They might offer you $335 to. not
Stacy,
have
is that a
clothes
bid? Is that a bid from Stacy? No, I have 336.
No,
It's the EriDan charity auction.
Giant
I
auction.
have 340. Do I have 350?
The EriDan charity auction is now underway.
Oh my god.
The one guy in the top of that image with the pink shorts on, taking off his shirt, he had just got donated something and he was going to dance. Those shorts he got from the Lost and Found at work and didn't wash them and threw them on.
Oh.
You're not making this better,
This is
Cody.
getting
It
weirder.
was so. It was so funny.
And where do people find this?
TikTok at Cody Crow 92. I'll be live in like 30 seconds when this
Is
over.
that Adam in the upper right?
Not enough beard.
Wow.
The guy in the upper right does custom like work. He had he made a minion little decoration thing for Christmas that he put in this. Like all he does the entire time is work on woodworking stuff. It's so cool.
So what can we do right now to get people to throw money to us?
Yeah,
I guess we
thanks
can't
for
do it
us.
on StreamYard.
I'm not going to ask you to shake your butt.
Hop
Dan.
on TikTok with me. If you're following me on TikTok, you can hop on TikTok live with me. You have to have 1,000 followers to go live, or you can join me since I have 1,000 followers.
Wow, this show took an interesting turn.
It's what I'm here for, y'all.
What else were you watching? Now we know what Cody's been doing all this time. We hasn't.
You want to know what I watched today? I watched about 7 hours of trainings for my new job.
Oh,
Fun.
I work at a assisted living home now.
very nice.
You shake their butt for them?
No,
Was
the
that
one
what they
lady,
did?
the one old lady, I think likes me, but she's funny.
Well, who doesn't like you? Everybody likes you.
That's a lie and a half.
Wow. Calm
I
down.
have proof.
Not a
I
lie.
have proof. I have an ex-wife.
Well, she doesn't hate you, I'm sure. You're just ex.
You're sure?
I'm sure.
I have 381 followers. I need more followers.
Follow me. I'll help you out. You got to duet some of my stuff. Duet the
my
duet the
God.
thirst trap I just posted.
You're gonna have to show him how to do it.
Oh my!
A little get together with.
Wow.
I haven't even posted. What's the date of this? I haven't posted since. Wow, a long time ago.
Here you go. You can show this. This is a thirst trap.
You need a social media invigorator, Dan.
I know.
That's Cody. Cody is a social media invigorator.
You know, I did my first reel. It started snowing at our house. I did a reel where I'm like, here we go. And it's the first time I did one on Instagram. It had like 500 likes within a few hours. It was like insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, congratulations, you did your first reel. Keep it going. So then I did another one. It got nothing.
It's crazy the different things.
Really, Adam? I thought you only had one.
One-upmanship.
You don't have to show that. Don't show the thing. Well, it doesn't matter to me. But don't show the thing I just sent in chat. But that's the thirst trap I just posted.
Adam, how would you rate your ex-wives? No, I'm kidding. That's just
Oh my God.
Oh, it was a double feature.
which is now honestly, Adam. Yeah, how would you compare to Miracle on 34th Street?
Well, they're probably both better than the one he gave Sergeant Pepper.
Oh my gosh.
And he only gave it a 1 because I wouldn't let him give it a 0.
That's right.
All right, I'm gonna go not shake my butt and get some money.
Go shake your butt. Do it. Do it. All right, everybody. I think we're done. What is it? It's the full court miracle stone for.
Yes. So shake your butt, Cody, then spend the money on EriDanShop.com.
That's right. Exactly.
First X is a 75. Second X is a 0.
That's a bad average still.
But the first one gave his kid, so she's got
So
that.
There you go.
And the
Something
second
good
one
comes out of everything.
All right. So next Monday, 8:00, the Family Stone, full court miracle.
Full Court Miracle is based on a true story, by the way. So,
Okay.
So was the last basketball movie, as I recall.
yeah, Hoosiers was as well,
It is college basketball season now, so it works.
and high school basketball season.
Yep.
Sports movies. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I don't know.
You can do dodgeball, Eric.
It's not a Christmas movie.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
No more than Die Hard is.
Anybody want some fine artwork? I'll sell you this artwork. I'll take it home.
Beautiful.
Dan's actually home. That's just his backdrop.
Actually, I look like I'm in Eric's office. It has the same color wall.
You should take a picture of that, and then
Yes.
next week when you're home, you could be in this hotel.
It's true. It is a nice background.
It's a very charming background.
Or boring Stacy.
All right,
I'm tired.
she's just ready to go watch The Family Stone.
Watch Cody's
Fly in the Family Stone. The making.
All
of,
right.
All right. So next Monday,
8 o'clock.
Clutch Radio. Is that still a thing?
I don't know. Rafi
Okay.
probably will be the Dan Rosenberg show on Saturday. I'll do one of those, and then Rafi's back the following week. And we have the screening of the sitcom also a week from Wednesday, which is we already have 135 people signed up to go.
Well, if I'm awake, I might join you on Saturday because
that'd be great.
No wedding this Saturday, so
Wow.
Maybe we'll goof around. I know.
If you're awake, it's 1 in the afternoon. If you're awake, what does that mean?
Well, okay. Sometimes I wake up early and then I take a nap.
Adam got his ticket. He'll be there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've been watching
He's got a
footage.
golden ticket.
Holy shit. I'm a horrible actor, and I'm just so glad I got people that can act around me. That's all I'll say. Wow.
We're all.
Was that your first review?
Luckily, yes. Luckily, no one's going to be looking at me in the scenes with Rick Springfield, so that's the good part.
But will they believe that you could be Rick Springfield's son?
Yeah.
Scarily, yes. It's really weird. If you take off his hair and give him a gut.
Did you suggest that to him?
Take off his hair.
I don't. No. See, you asked if not somebody could do a number 1 on his head. What happened?
Well, no. I honestly, I have been
earlier. That's fantastic.
So when we shot the first week, wherever my hair was that day and my weight, I've kept it the same. So I've been cutting my hair with the number 2 clipper. I've been putting number 2. I've been doing number 2 on my head. The Tuesday before the weekend that we shoot, and I've been making. Was that real? And I've been.
That was Eric on his buttons.
Great. And wow, I can't believe I still remember that. Dave, I think you ate it. No, the diner will not be open for the after party, Adam, because it's gonna be too late. It's a Wednesday night.
Oh man.
But Adam, we're gonna do others. Eventbrite is the coolest website ever, and it's because we can it's free if you give the tickets away. We can market this in other theaters if we can get a theater space. So we might do it.
Cool as EriDanShop.com.
No,
nothing is.
It might be good.
Did you make arrangements for here?
I was just there for the funeral, and so I was like, I might come back in December, but now I think I'm going to come back later.
Okay.
I was trying to come back when Eric was off for the week.
It's been rescheduled due to the incredibly high demand.
We need holiday merch, Eric.
I know we do. We need a lot of something. Yeah.
The fans demand holiday merch.
The Groundhog Day collection is going to be amazing. Just hold on.
I'll be happy to get it. I'll be happy to get stuff by Arbor Day.
That would be great.
All right. The Tree of My Soul will be the perfect Arbor Day shirt. We already have that.
Oh,
yes.
True. So if you're bored on Saturday, join us. Who knows what's going to happen?
And a reminder that it had been discussed doing a game night sometime this month. If that happens, great. If it doesn't, that's understandable.
Yes. I think we will discuss and float some times and dates.
Right.
So
that's non-streaming.
If you're not part of the discussion, you need to drop a line on the EriDan Facebook page, and we'll get you connected. So when we'll do an offline,
we'll get you hooked up.
Gaming streaming mayhem, or maybe we'll figure out something. So all right, good night, everybody. See ya.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.